All right, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog Wednesday edition and Thursday edition, and ahead of schedule edition. We have a 2 minute lead going into the Wednesday. Right now, as you can see, it's Wednesday early evening, I guess, or just evening. And yeah, so we're gonna do a little midweek double feature. And speaking of MIDI things, we'll do a little warm up with the Thursday MIDI. Um, Poetry in motion. We got some gray squares going. Let's I assume this is gonna be like a poem or something. In motion. Let's get started. Okay. Tony Romo. Popular. Beanie Baby. Nope. Aid. Star. Shane. Tattled on a vow. Redo. Moderated. And intro. Ridiculous. Yodel. Obama. Rabbi. Ram. Area codes. This is all ode. Idol. Teddy bear. Ma'am. Arab. Or I. Emu. Ins. All right. So it seems right around the 1 minute 20 second mark is my MIDI average. Um, so maybe a goal will be a sub 1 minute MIDI. That's a little sideshow for this, but not taking those too seriously. But that was a nice little warm up. I have been enjoying them, honestly. They feel pretty fresh, um, and they all seem to have themes. All right, we're looking at a Wednesday. Kind of a weird shape over here. Um, Nice long down there. So let's hope we can get some good progress in in these crosses and maybe shoot down from there. Let's get started. Tampa, uh, Ariana, peak or pure, um, to do, an ant, maybe raw, twin, Aries, okay, pair, could be ESP, easy tiger, paperless, aka sip, cat tree, maybe, no, GTO, CDs, Ben Hur, hyped, scriblet, G, artsy here, alt, R2, leaky, okay, I see, maybe, Takis, bring in, stir, tea, her, rock band, or a econ, omen, nest, came, element, edsel, theme, veer, sin, eve, tell, PMs, may I, UAE, lie, pulling strings, GPA, sub, strike, scab, retake the cake, cut a rug, skip a beat, miss the mark, ETs, sumo, sec, isai, sake bar, obi, tile, toilet lid, car lot, pull the strings, het, Kaizen, gives, pulls, rehit, remit, pull some strings, catalog, cease, eyelets, evokes, pay for play, recommiss, see, task, pest, I mean obviously it's over here, recommits, typo, NYC, now that all looks good, um, rises, okay, I feel like I got away with something there, that was quite a hard Wednesday, so I'm very happy with the 6:18 time, honestly, let's go ahead and put that in, 000618, there we go. Yeah, I felt like at every step of the way, I was like just barely squeaking by with some of those answers. Yeah, I feel like Wednesdays are getting harder or trickier and trickier, maybe not harder and harder. Like Wednesday themes are often just as tricky as Thursday themes. So yeah, what's going on here, which I did obviously understand during the solve, was they're all regular phrases, but sort of clued in this way where you are taking out something from a list. So in this case, um, these are all beats, as in like magazines, like on the beat. This one's a bad example, but Miss the Mark, Mark Twain, Mark Hamill, Mark Wahlberg, um, Red Velvet Cake, Black Forest Cake, Angel Food Cake. These are all types of rugs. Um, and then these are some strings that were like pulled out of the list. So I do actually quite like that theme. I think it's creative and it's sort of fun once you figure it out. Um, I think there are some ugly bits of fill, like driblet is not a real thing. Also, R2 is obviously terrible. Um, and then there's some pretty tricky stuff over here, honestly. Like car lot, Eastside, USAA is a pretty nasty little area. That's what I mean by like, I feel like I just escaped that stuff. Also, like remit is not that. It's probably fine fill. It just wasn't a thing that I knew. But yeah, like Edsel in there. It's pretty standard crosswordese, but for a newer solver, that's pretty nasty. So yeah, I don't know. Overall, I did actually quite enjoy the solving experience. I think it was that like very satisfying. Like I'm being challenged, but like just able to get it done in a fast way. So yeah, I think it's creative. I think there's a lot of big long fill in here. I don't know. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Now, on to the Thursday. No shaded squares or circles or anything like that. Fairly wide open upper left-hand corner, um, which I don't know, it seems to not permit a lot of like the standard shape of a of a crossword. But yeah, I don't know. We'll take a look. Let's get it started. Um, okay, Turner maybe. This kind of beach. Home ec. Uh, Operator. Mm, Res, maybe a Z. Carrier. There's here. Baby. Magic power. A new. Hmm. Yeah, actually, this could be row. Mud. And a side. Baby. Play mama. Onus. Mojo. Keep. Big ego. Beat it or something. Agree to. Order. Dryer. Out. Peeled. Or ace. Mm, Meet out. REM. Nor. The ENT. Be silent. Peeled like that. Okay. NES. Ire. ING, I think. Tap in. AGs. Play Ian. Maybe Cullen. One shot. Dark horses. Hip. Tips. Spots where pins are dropped. That's okay. Typewriter feature. Type of fish. Table discussion. Emma Stone. Packet cram. Aim. Liar. Ladle. Typewriter feature. Bowling alleys. Huey Reese, I think. Star. Tab. Set. One eye. Hot. Tests. Here. Something. Bring shame upon. Was there? Predetermined. PTA. Add rep. Maybe lie. Okay. List of starters. 18 rosters. No, that's gonna be wines like this. Probably sun. Something soul, like in soul. Yes. Okay. Epilogue. SSN. Aviates. Yes, that's always a Monday. Sun. Okay. Probably S. C. Rec. Estimate. Doors. Real genius. It's 8. Maybe Nate. Replay technique. Slow-mo. Shovel. Shaper, maybe? Meats? Head. Overthrow. Okay. Res. dishonor. Um, is there omnipresent? Uh, strange. Constable. Yeah, constable there. And then a real genius. Okay. Sure. A mesa. Elihu or something. Is it omnipresent? No, doesn't work. Stay. Uh, orchestrate. Orchestrate, okay. Sure. Passing shot. Um, let me say LA. Enders. These cards. I like omnipresent. One dot enders. Let's do a lap. So this is H and then O. It should be R. Uh, it should be an R and then S and then E. S. Okay, something's very weird here. Um, or ever present, of course. Yeah, that would work better. 10. Doesn't it? Okay. Lives on Einstein, of course. Etna. Tuesday. Lineups. Alienate. Orchestrate, yeah. Yeah, what's wrong here? Res. Mesa. Peeled. All right. Let's see where that puts us. I think it puts us behind schedule. All right. Not too far behind, but yeah, definitely not what we're looking for. Definitely a tricky theme. Obviously, you can see it spelled out there. The horses spelled out are literally dark. Yeah, I think this is a good theme. It definitely impacts the solving experience. Yeah, I just didn't. It sucks that you can't really like mark the squares when you're solving. It's just like constantly trying to reprocess all of the things. The Ramones, that makes sense. Yeah, I knew in my heart that it was spelled peeled with an A. But then I was like, why would you ever clue Ram that way? I just sort of forgot that the Downs were also doing this. But yeah, you have Passing Shot, Orchestrate, Lives On, Ramones, Ever Present. Um, and overall, I think it's pretty good. Um, uh, I think obviously as I was solving it and not really understanding the fill and like putting in con for law enforcer, uh, the fill seemed bad, but that's just an artifact of me not understanding. Um, I do think there's some awkward stuff in here. I don't like La Mesa crossing res when REZ is also valid. Um, Be silent is also not really necessarily the greatest, most on the nose thing. Um, but I think stuff like Hoarders is adds a little bit of spice. I don't mind lineups. I liked Einstein. Um, and yeah, overall, I think this was a good puzzle. Just fairly challenging by my standards, of course. Um, but yeah, I think we're still sort of in contention for the 1 hour challenge. But yeah, you can see this is sort of the issue with my consistency right now. I can consistently put up, you know, 5 out of 7 like very strong times, um, but just missing one is enough to really put you behind schedule. But anyway, did I rate this? I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like that's my default nowadays. I'm sort of being lazy on my ratings, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.